Hey there! Welcome back to Reddit Dating, best channel for cheating stories. Make sure to like and subscribe the channel for more spicy stories.
I 24 male had with my girlfriend 24 female, and now she wants to have with another guy, because I had with another girl. My fiancée was the one who came up with the idea of a for me. I wasn't sure if she was serious at first, but when I found out she was, I was overjoyed and delighted. I had never considered the possibility of a hidden agenda. Until recently, I had no idea she was or anything of the sort, and she still considers herself a hetero female. She, on the other hand, appeared eager to experiment and open up, as she phrased it. As a result, I was only too delighted to accompany them. The other female was an acquaintance who we only had a passing acquaintance with, and we only saw her every now and again. My girlfriend is more familiar with her than I am, and she is the one who has orchestrated the majority of the arrangements. The three of us seemed to enjoy ourselves when we were together, and I feel it is important to bring out that it wasn't just me who was having with this other girl, but also my girlfriend, who was having intercourse with her and doing things with her on the day in question. This is where things start to get a little messy. After a week or so, my girlfriend comes up with a new idea for us to consider. She asks me if she can have with another guy, because I've had with another girl, and I tell her that she can. She argued that it was only fair that, since I was able to have with a girl outside of the relationship, she should be able to have with a guy as well. Edit, for the sake of clarity, I'll provide further information. Depending on my preferences, she recommended either an MMF or simply her and another guy, whichever I was more agreeable to. I immediately responded with a categorical negative, stating that it was out of the question. I reminded her that the was for both of us, not just for me, and she agreed. In addition, it wasn't only I who had with someone outside of our relationship, she did it as well, with the same person, so everything is fair and equal. I stated that it shouldn't make a difference whether the other individual was of the same or opposite. Furthermore, I stated that when she proposed that she made no indication, statement, or implication that this would imply that she would be able to test out someone else at any point. I had the impression that the entire was staged in order for her to later bring up the subject of having with another man. And she seemed like she had a certain gentleman in mind, so I'm quite sure she does. So I'm fairly adamant about the fact that she can't have relations with anyone else. She believes I'm being unjust, and she maintains her position that she should be permitted to do so because I had relations with one of the other girls even though she also had with her. I have a strong sense that I was duped, used, and set up. Even though I told her not to, I have a sneaking suspicion that she will go ahead and cheat with the other guy anyhow. As a result, I'm seriously considering dissolving our relationship and going our own ways right away. Although, personally, I'd prefer that we resolve this in a way that prevents her from straying and does not result in the end of our relationship. A situation, an open relationship, or anything like that is not something I am interested in at this time. I had a good time with the three of us, but I don't want to do it too often. Update. I got a few requests for an update, so I thought I'd post one. Pretty much what everyone suggested would happen, we broke up. It wasn't nice though. Honestly, I've been kind of regretting that because more and more I feel like I was strongly manipulated, lead into believing it would be just no strings fun, whereas it was actually a vehicle for her to have with another guy. I sat her down and said to her clearly, I've been thinking about her proposition, and she can have with the guy if she tells me who it is, and she has to be honest about if she had this person in mind from the start when she suggested it. She became ecstatic to hear about this, and told me the person was Adam. I know Adam, I've met him a few times, he works at the same place she does. I thought Adam is married, I said he is, but he and his wife are swingers, she tells me. I then tell her, like I said, you are free to have with Adam as much as you want, but our relationship is over. She then freaked out at what I said as she slowly realized I was serious and was ending the relationship out of the blue. She wasn't expecting it at all. At first she thought I was kidding, then she became really angry at me and started shouting and going crazy. She said all sorts of nasty things and told me I lied to her, deceived her, etc. Because I had with another woman, but won't let her have with another man. I told her she's free to have with him now, because our relationship is over, and I don't want to be in a relationship with a woman who very clearly lusts after another man. I then said to her something along these lines: I feel like you manipulated me when you suggested that you said you just wanted to experiment, but you were really trying to use it as leverage, so you could have with another man. If I had known that was your ulterior motive, I never would have agreed to it. What you did was dishonest and manipulative. Of course, she wasn't too happy to hear this. There was much tears and anguish from her part, but she accepted it eventually. I started getting texts the next day from her. She was apologizing profusely, saying she was sorry, she didn't want to sleep with another man, she regrets suggesting the and she just wants to continue her relationship with me. I said to her something about us being incompatible, but honestly I felt like I was just giving her an excuse. The real reason was that I didn't want a woman that so desperately wanted to have with another guy that she would even manipulate me towards that goal. I keep getting more texts from her and missed calls, angry ones, apologetic ones, crying ones, and furious ones. Since she didn't seem to get the message that we're through, I'm just ignoring her now. Honestly, I'm really happy with my decision, no regrets. I feel like I've let go of some negative baggage, and I'm already excited about moving on with my life and pursuing future relationships. Story 2. 7 years for a cheating wife. Today my husband and I have been married for 7 years at the time of writing. It was just 2 days before Thanksgiving that I learned that my wife had cheated on me twice when she was out of town in late October, only a couple of days before the holiday. Throughout the summer, she had been in an emotional relationship with the man, which had progressed to the point where they were now in a relationship while she was on vacation. Later in the summer, I confronted her about his peculiar behavior, and she insisted on the fact that he was only a brother to her, and that she did not consider him to be anything more. Even though we have a toddler, I doubt that I would put out the effort to keep the marriage together if we did not have a child. A dysfunctional household with all of the drama that goes along with it is not something I want my child to grow up in. We're making an effort to work our way through the situation. When I became suspicious of my wife's behavior during the final few days of her out-of-town trip, I looked into it further. I discovered some deleted messages on her phone in which she was breaking off the affair and telling the other man how much she loved me and how she needed to put everything she had into her marriage. In addition, she maintained that she had no regrets and did not feel bad about her relationship with him. In response to my questioning, she first denied it until I revealed that I had recovered the deleted message on her phone. She eventually admitted it. Since being captured, she has shown a great lot of regret for her actions. She cries out at random intervals, pleading with me not to forsake her without giving her a chance to prepare. Virtually every day for the past week, since finding out about the affair, I've been in tears almost constantly. I am experiencing the same emotions that many of you have had as a result of this experience. I'm in a state of mourning, I'm skeptical, and I believe that I'm not quite up to the task. My agony right now stems from the fact that the man she cheated on with was apparently quite well endowed, whilst I am only averagely endowed on a good day. I've never considered myself to be a bad person, but now I can't seem to get the images of her with him out of my head, and if I even consider being intimate with her again, I'm afraid she won't know I'm there. She made it a point after the second time to tell me she didn't have a relationship with him, despite the fact that she had. This has never been a source of contention in my relationship with her, but I'm not so sure any longer.